Orange. That's the collection of poems by one of Jamaica's leading voices, poet laureate, but now that it's been handed over, I think.
Will be next month.
Mervyn Morris. Let me tell you something. I'm excited about it. How did you decide on what poems make it to the collection? Because you have so many.
Well, there are very few that didn't make it. But some that have made it have been revised.
Yes.
So that, you know, I've tried to bring out what is basically my collected poems. That is all the poems I think might survive being inspected.
Yeah, I think you love Peeling Orange.
The poem?
Yes?
Yes, I do.
I know. So why give the collection that title?
Well, it's a poem which I found has usually worked when I've done it in performance. And it's really talking about trying to get it right, but not being sure you absolutely get it right.
Yes.
Which is the common experience of people in the arts, as you know, as a theater person.
Or you think you get it right, and then somebody says, oh, no, that's all wrong. All right, so it's organized in Draw Near, Love Is, Unholy Week, Time Comes. So let's talk about the different segments, as I'll call it. Draw Near. What are the poems that we'll be seeing in that?
Well, most of the poems in Draw Near are in some way kind of like about writing or about, you know, encountering an author. That's one of the things that's happening there. Then Love Is really poems on a range of love-related poetry. Unholy Week is Unholy Week, which has been published before, but I've kept it in the collected poems.
Yes.
And finally, Time Come is a kind of title that allows for all sorts of things that relate to time. So that some of it is, it leads ultimately to poems which are about death and time, but it also has poems which are about politics and so on.
History, birth.
That's right.
Pre-carnival party. So it's a range of things that happen over time and with time. I like it because, as you say, Valley Prince is one of my favorites. The Pond is an all-time favorite. I'm going through all of them. Dialogue for one. North Coast Hotel. I could go on and on and on. It's being launched this evening at the University of the West Indies.
Yes, it is.
On the Croft. At what time?
6:30.
6:30. And people can come and get their copies this evening?
I think so, yes, definitely. And it's being, the speaker at the launch is Professor Eddie Bow.
What?
So that's another reason to come.
That's an awesome reason to come. Andrew Salke says, Mervyn Morris is an engraver in short, sharp slashes that go deep. And Wasafiri says, your power of poetic compression, your combination of verbal economy and stylistic complexity, your poetry achieves a resonance that is both full and elegant. How difficult is that? Because Peeling Orange is like this short. And when you've read it, so much is said in so few words. What's the secret to having that type of economy of words, but still packing the kind of impact as a poet?
Well, you start with a much longer draft. And then you try and remove all the bits that don't seem to work.
Yes.
And if you're lucky, you get something that you think you might expose to other people.
Yeah, yeah. What inspires the work, Prof?
A range of things. Strong emotion, confusion, memory. You know, those are the basic things. And of course, the themes would be, you know, like love, time, death. Those are some of the things that you find in all poetry.
Yeah. Your poems, I mean, the day my father died, and you've said this all the time, that people, when they read it, they actually thought it was a real experience. I've been with the JCDC as a child, and that was one of the poems that almost everybody had to perform because it's such a powerful piece. captures such emotion. And when I read even your tribute to Don, the emotions are always there. But then I meet Mervyn Morris, who, yeah, and he giggles, rarely shows such emotion. How do you balance the poet and the person?
Just by working at it.
Yeah.
I think I have strong feelings, even if I don't
Exhibit them
so much.
But I see them in the work. I mean, when I read the work.
Well, that's the place for them.
Yeah, that's a Prof. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's told you this, Prof. So it's going to be this evening. Let me tell you something. This Dialogue for Dancers for the NDTC, one of the things I also like about your work is the way in which it captures so many things Jamaican. The tributes to the NDTC, some of the historical narratives, the tribute to Don. It's just amazing. Is that one of your preoccupations? Things Jamaican and national identity?
It's not so much a preoccupation as something which keeps coming up.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to do that, but I write some things which seem to me to be particularly Jamaican, and many things which might seem to reach people who are not Jamaican just as comfortably.
Nice. Peeling Orange, the collected poems of Mervyn Morris. Make your way to the University of the West Indies this evening, because if you make your way, you're actually going to get a signed copy. I'm putting Prof on the spot. You get a signed copy from Prof because he'll be there. And the speaker will be Prof Eddie Baugh. Awesome evening, 6:30 p.m. at the Administrative Annex, UEMONA. Congrats, Prof. And thank you. This is a gift to the Jamaican people, and we're grateful.
Thank you, Delia.
Thank you so much. Author of Peeling Orange, Mervyn Morris. That's it for Off the Shelf. We're going to head over to Kes Namdi after this.